the big basketball game in the Northeast Conference. The two teams who were picked 1 and 2 coming into the season, Salem entertaining Lynn Classical. John, Classical kind of stubbed their toe a little bit against Saugus in what was considered a surprising loss by Classical by 17 points.
Yeah, the margin was the surprise, John. That they lost wasn't. Saugus a very competitive ball club this year, but to lose by 17, that was a surprise. It'll be interesting to see how they come out tonight.
For Salem, of course, you're going to watch number 12, Rick Brunson, Mr. Everything, on his way to Temple. He's just won over 1,200 points. In the first 2 ball games, he's got 66 points, and he's only played sparingly. But the big surprise for Salem has been the play of the others, especially Tommy Doyle. We knew he was going to hit a lot of three-point shots, but he's got 22 rebounds in 2 ball games. He's playing excellent defense, as the Salem teams usually do.
Yeah, no question. Salem will be a team again, no matter how good Rick Brunson is. And he's a tremendous ball player. You can attest to that, to the big crowd early in the season, 2-3 games in, and you get a big crowd here tonight. They're here to see Rick and see him display his talents. But along with that, they're going to see a good Classical team, and they're going to see a very good Salem team. It ought to be interesting. Hopefully we'll have as good a game as we had with English and Marblehead the other night.
Well, what we're going to see is we're not going to see anybody stall a basketball, because everybody's going to play up-tempo. And the one note is, it's a little ironic, last year at this, maybe not this time because they don't really remember what the schedule was, but Classical lost to Saugus and then came back here and beat the Salem team that won the state championship. So it's a little ironic they come back, they're looking to do the same thing. We want to wish everybody a happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And 2 people out there, one you know very well, 2 good fans of the Classical and Salem programs, Glenn O'Brien in the Salem Hospital. He seems to be coming back a little bit. We certainly hope the Dean of Sports on the North Shore recovers quickly. And Gene Dooley, a guy you know very well, is back home recuperating. We wish him well. We hope he's going to do well, too.
Oh, no question. Gene is a very close friend of mine, and nothing but the best to him and his wife for the holidays.
Well, certainly 2 guys that do a lot for the kids and for high schools and things like that, and sports in general. It should be an exciting basketball game. We're happy to be here. We'll bring it to you, the tap-off, right after we take a break. We'll be right back.
Fosse's Pizza, 4 Linfield Street, Wyoma Square in Lynn, is the place
to Veterans Memorial Fieldhouse. John Hoffman along with John Henry as we get set for the opening tap, controlled by Salem. This is Joey Toops. And we talked about Tommy Doyle playing excellent ball. We got Lopez in the starting lineup instead of Doyle, so it's basically what we told you it would be. McDonald, this is McDonald with the turnaround, no good. Rebound by Lampros. So it's McDonald, Kenny, Brunson, Lopez, and Toops. For Classical, it's Kimmick, 23. Wilhelmsen with the basketball, 12. Lampros, 24. Derek Avery, 25. Joffrey Boyd, 31. Blocked and knocked out of bounds by Brunson, and Johnny immediately went man-to-man. They've been playing zone first 2 games.
Yeah, they man-to-man with Classical, which is interesting. And Brunson's on Kimmick, and Kimmick stayed out top of the key, which is where they want to keep Rick Brunson on defense for sure.
0-0 just underway here at Salem. Left-hand shot no good by Kimmick. Rebound by McDonald. He gives it to Toops.
And Classical's matching up man also, John.
Toops with the long shot, no good. Hard off the backboard. Rebound by Boyd. And it's Wilhelmsen walking it up, covered by Toops. Both teams feeling each other out here in the early going. Over the top, Matt Canny. First foul of the game. First on Matt Canny, and of course we're going to remember the changes, John. You don't shoot till on the 7th.
That's right, but we don't have to remember it for 6 more fouls, John.
This is Wilhelmsen. Salem now in a zone.
Yeah, right there.
Lampros takes the shot from the corner, hits it.
And that's the shot that they're going to have to hit tonight to break that zone, John, that little baseline jumper.
Classical also playing man-to-man. Avery gets the tough assignment of covering Brunson. Off Lopez, out of bounds.
Tough in time, John.
That's for sure.
Full court pressure.
Salem with their zone. They're trying to. They want to play the game at their tempo. Come back. Ball back into a zone. Shot from outside, no good. Candy rebounds the miss. Toops pushing it up to Lopez. We've yet to see Brunson touch the basketball. Now he does. Gives it Toops from the top of the circle for the shot. In and out. Rebound by Lampros.
That's a strong rebound. Took it right out of Rick's hands that time.
Glasgow walking the ball up.
And as soon as Brunson touched the ball down the other end, Classical threw a double team at him.
Big defensive play. Lampros had beaten the defensive man, but McDonald came from the backside. Stole the pass. Lopez for three. No good. Lampros again with the rebound. So Salem very cold here early, John.
Yeah, and the poor kids on the bench got to stand till they make the first 2 points or the first bucket, whatever. And they've been standing for 2.5 minutes.
Big defensive play by Canny. Overplayed, made the play. Toops can't hit the shot. Brunson with the rebound, lays it in. So they got the first 2 points off the defense. And Classical wants a timeout. John, one of the things we talked about early in the first telecast we did, English and Marblehead, that great basketball game in English, was the fact that it's 16-minute halves now, and we said it would...
Here we're going to see a replay here, John, of the steal out front. And you're going to see Toops go down and miss the layup, but you're going to see Rick, being the hustler that he is, he followed the play the whole way down, made the layup.
We mentioned the 2 halves now.
You know what we're going to do with that now? One, you're going to make a pass.
Substitutions, because they don't have that break between the first and second and third. We also mentioned about the fact that the JV players time might play a period or two of JV, and maybe 3 periods. Now they can't do that, and it turned around a bit. One of the coaches in the Northeast Conference, we think, the Fisher word hasn't come out yet, but it wound up with Henry McCarthy, and he agreed. He said, I made a mistake. I played a JV player who played both halves of the JV game in both halves of the varsity game, and he may have to forfeit the ball game.
Yeah, and that's a darn shame, John. You want my opinion, but
it certainly is.
Rules are rules, and you have to follow them.
Well, I guess what happened was Henry McCarthy realized he did it. The kid was on the floor for 20 seconds. Obviously, he didn't have an impact on the ball game. Took him out of the game, but they say a rule is a rule is a rule. And boy, they got to do something about that, I think, because it's hurting the JV players. Missed. Brunson with the rebound. Looking to push it up. This is Toops. Inside to Canny. The turnaround by Canny. Good. 4-2 now as Salem puts the pressure on all over the court. Long down court pass to Lampros.
Nice pass.
Avery. Brunson got a piece of it. Lampros missed the layup. Canny with the rebound.
Okay, Lampros made a nice pass on this and then got a nice offensive rebound, just didn't put it in the jar.
This is Lopez. Now this is Canny to Toops. Looking for Brunson underneath. Height advantage. Brunson gets the shot off. And they're posting Brunson down low because he's got Avery giving away a few inches.
And immediately the offside guard, in this case Williamson, came right over and doubled up on him. But they both committed the foul, actually, and Brunson will go to the line.
First game against Winthrop, he had 25, playing about a half. Second game, he put on quite a show, getting 41, played about 3 quarters. He's got 66 in 2 ball games. The 41-point effort put him over 1,200 points. Coming into this ball game, he had 1201.
Amazing, John. Just an amazing high school career.
No
and it's not over yet.
That's for sure. Brunson. 1 of 2 with the pressure again.
Set up the press breaker. Come on.
After the Winthrop game, he said the one thing I have to work on is my foul shooting. He wasn't that proficient at the free throw line. I'm sure he probably went back and shot a couple of hundred on his own after that, because that's the type of workaholic he is. Brunson almost with the steal, but he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, and as we said in the first game, John, that we did with Lynn English and Marblehead, it's early in the year, and the kids got to get some playing time, even the veterans.
Of course, a lot of these kids like Toops, McDonald, Canny, were all football players. And they've got to get their basketball legs under them. Joffrey Boyd, the same thing for Classical. This is Kimmick outside with the basketball. No substitutions by either team as yet.
I'm impressed with their patience, John. They're waiting for something to open up.
Brunson almost with the steal. They swallowed Boyd up, knocked out of bounds by Brunson, and they're doubling any chance they get. Kimmick will put the ball in play. There he is right in front of our camera. Brunson with the pressure. This is Lampros. Wilhelmsen. Salem now in their 2-3 zone. But they've got two speedsters out front with Lopez and Troop to chase the ball. Kimmich off the glass, too strong. Brunson can't hold on the rebound. Avery tips it to Wilhelmsen. They start it again. This is Wilhelmsen for three. High off the glass, couple of bounces. Brunson trying to control the rebound. Saves it.
Nice
Wilhelmsen
pass.
to Kimmich. Big play by Brunson from behind. Took it away in the air and kept the dribble alive as well. Troops to Lopez. The shot from outside. Around the rim, no good. Tipped around. Canny gets it back, loses it. Bounces around. Brunson with the turnaround. Off the glass, no good. McDonald gets it. Around the rim and in. Classical really getting beat off the boards that time.
Yeah, well, Salem attacked the boards that time, John, and Classical just got caught up out of position.
Okay, next.
Well, one thing we talk about as the game goes along, John, this is a much bigger Salem team than they were last year, with Canny and McDonald, and now Brunson playing up front. And they've got Waterman, Doyle, Whitten coming off the bench. They played a little smaller lineup last year, but they're just as quick. As you see McDonald knock the ball out of bounds, almost steal the pass.
No question they're bigger.
Substitutions now. Lex Thornton, number 20 for Classical, and George Stalling, number 33, are in. And Tyson Whitten, you see right there, 21 on your screen, is the first substitution. Transfer from St. John's Prep.
He doesn't certainly hurt him size-wise either, John.
Oh, that's for sure. He's going to be a nice player.
And George Stallings for Classical is pretty big kid.
Lampros, nice play by Lampros, banks it. He's got 4 and Classical's got 4.
Watching Nick around the basket, it looks like he's going to be real aggressive tonight.
Well, he's gonna be mostly our offense. If they want to stay in this ball game, they've got to get him involved.
No, and they've got to make some outside shots to let him get that inside.
That's for sure. Troops back door to Brunson. Off the glass and in.
That's just a real nice move away from the ball by Brunson that time.
And a good bounce pass by Troops to get him the ball. And underneath there, it's a mismatch.
They're being real patient, John, but one of them's got to start to look to shoot.
Yeah, they're not looking inside either. They're just passing the ball on the perimeter right now.
Oh, inside's pretty closed up, but
Salem doing an excellent job of sagging in the middle, almost like saying, if you're going to beat us, it's going to be from outside.
now Lampros comes outside.
Takes the shot from outside, doesn't hit it.
Oh,
Tyson with a nice rebound. Tyson Whitten, that is. Troops pushing it up to Brunson. Fakes, takes the 3, in and out. Lampros with another rebound.
one of the guards from Classical has to come to the front here, John, and start popping that outside shot. It's open. They got to take it.
Well, the big guys are really doing a job inside, setting off the inside. Wilhelmsen takes the long.
That's the one.
Good for 3.
That's the one, John.
So that cuts it to a 2-point advantage, 9-7 Salem.
And what Classical has done is brought Lampros away from the basket the last 2 times down the floor. I don't know if I'd do that. Oh, boy.
That's a tough ball. I don't know who he's calling it on because I don't think anybody had possession.
Well, he had possession. It's whether he rolled to gain an advantage or not. And, you know, hey, what are you going to do? He blew the whistle. That's the call.
Waterman and Doyle. Frank Waterman, Tommy Doyle in the ball game now. So a little more outside shooting now for Salem with Tommy Doyle being a 3-point shooter. Brunson going to the basket, gets hit on the arm by Avery. He'll go to the foul line. That's about all he can do, Joe, when he gets that kind of position.
Oh, he just broke to the basket when the referee handed the ball to the player out of bounds. He broke and cut inside, and it was wide open. They got to keep him from making that first step into the paint.
Still count. Identical.
Got to be aware of where Riff Brunson is all the time, Joe.
And this is what I meant, Joe, when I said they have a bigger team now. With the lineup they started, they bring, like tonight, they've usually been starting Tommy Doyle, but tonight they bring Tommy Doyle off the bench. They bring Whitten off the bench. They bring Frank Waterman, who is real good size. And I think that's the difference between last year's team and this year's team. They're much bigger.
Yeah, but Mr. Giardi played very big for him last year,
that's
John.
for sure. That's for sure. And even though Jimenez wasn't that big, he won a lot of ball games for him.
A lot of rebounds.
And a lot of three-point shots. Taken away, Brunson. 3-on-2. Brunson with the basketball. Goes to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Knocked out of bounds by Classical. And we got to get that one for a highlight film. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
Calvin, you can't reach on him.
He made a great move to get to the basket wide open. Just missed a layup like a mere mortal.
There he is getting underneath. Uses body well to screen off Lampros and draw the foul. 7:42 left to play here in the first half. Salem 11, Classical 7. Classical comes in at 2-1, getting beaten by Saugus. Salem looking for their 15th straight win going back to last year. They won 14, they won 2 in a row this year as Brunson makes the first. So under the old style, we would have played just about a period. Almost a steal by Brunson. Wilhelmsen. In a game like this, you got to substitute freely because you're going to get tired if you let Classical with this pressure. Wilhelmsen, the point guard, is going to have to get a blow sooner or later, John, because
it's getting later. They're the 4th game into the season. They're getting their legs in their win, so he should be able to last pretty long.
Lampros gets swallowed up. Calvin Johnson with the shot from outside. No good. Rebound by Doyle. Ahead to Brunson. Behind the back. To Toops. The straightaway is good for 3.
The player that was guarding Toops went after Brunson to double and left Toops wide open for the easy jumper. Not easy. It was a three-pointer, but wide open anyways.
Well, that's what's going to happen, John. That's why it makes him even better because he sees the whole floor, and if he is double, he finds the open man, and that gives easy shots to the Salem people. Wilhelmsen with the basketball. For Classical, it's Wilhelmsen. As Brunson with the deflection with the steal. Goes to the basket. No good. Rebound by Toops. No good. Doyle with the rebound. Can't get it to go. Doyle gets it knocked away and out of bounds by Classical.
A lot of action down that end, John.
A lot of contact on both sides, John.
Yeah, I think once he missed the first one, he wasn't going to call one, and then the ball went out of bounds. Here you're going to see a replay of it. See him go up with a layup. Looked like Tommy got hit there and got hit again there. And the Classical player looked like he got hurt early in the play.
Doyle doing an excellent job off the boards. He's much more active than we've seen him last year. He's rebounding exceptionally well. Lampros to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Again, good defense by Doyle. Brunson with the big deflection from behind. One-on-one against Wilhelmsen. Lays it in, and it's going to be against Wilhelmsen. Just changes direction so quickly, John. It's almost impossible to cover him.
Yeah, that's a good word. You said before it was difficult. Now it's impossible. I agree more with that.
Matt Canny is back replacing Tyson.
Here you're going to see a replay of the steal. The Classical player saves the ball. Brunson makes the big block on this end, goes the length of the court. Wilhelmsen gets caught underneath him for the foul and the bucket.
Well, Wilhelmsen, Dana probably thought he was playing good defense. He took a step towards the baseline to shut him off, and as he was stepping, Brunson was going back the other way.
It's just not that often that you give away not only about 10 or 12 inches in size, but you're also giving away quickness. It's quicker than he is.
That's for sure. And that last deflection, he's got about 4 or 5 or 6 here, and we played just about a little more than a period.
But a real low-scoring game, John.
Absolutely. Salem now going man-to-man. Looking inside the Lampros, deflected by Canny. Brunson with the loose basketball. Setting up court. In the paint, goes the length of the court, lays it in. He's going to go to the free throw line. He's only got 13 so far, John.
Yeah, and it's a low-scoring game. He just creates so much on his own.
Yeah, right now, Classical's got to do something about
Here you're going to see the play here, where Rick takes it all the way under his own basket, cruises the whole length of the court, kicks in the burner, and goes right to the hoop.
Okay.
Looks easy, John.
It surely does.
Every time
You see the
ball is going
Coach
to
Jack
the hole,
O'Brien talking to his troops. But the problem right now is,
the defense. Let's try to box him one.
you know, a period and a half,
Try
20
to box
points,
him one.
your defense, not that bad. All things considered, you're playing away from home. So only get
Be
7
patient.
points.
Hey, be patient and get screens in. Okay, good screens in motion and execute now on whatever we go to. All right. Now, what do we got? Yes, shoot. Let's stay in 12. You cheat up in the 12 too. Cheat up all sides. You're not throwing the pass along yet. Cheat up. All right. You cheat. They got everyone cheating up. All right. So three down. Nothing for Lampros. Nothing.
To be patient and come down. You don't want to take just throw the ball up with nobody on the basket.
No question. I'm not
But the
saying
thing
that,
is,
yeah.
I know you're not. They've made they're making like 6, 7, or 8 passes, but they're not even looking to the basket making the passes, and they're giving up open shots. I think you're right, John.
Exactly. It's like the pass comes to them, and they're looking to heave it right back to the top of the key. You know, and easy to say sitting here, but
Yeah, I think they have to be a little more aggressive on offense. Doyle with another big rebound. Pulls it out to Brunson. To Doyle in the corner. The shot from outside, off the rim, no good. Kept alive by Kenny. Now Williamson comes up with a loose basketball. Williamson, Avery, Lampros, Boyd, and Kimmick, the starting 5 back in there for Classical. Williamson trying to go against Brunson. Swallowed up in the corner. Doyle. Excellent defense by Salem that time. They just shut off everybody.
yeah, he got hung up over here on the sideline and had nowhere to go.
Well, they looked to go into Boyd. Waterman had him totally bottled up. Brunson had Williamson bottled up. They almost lost the ball in time. Lampros underneath the Kimmick. Pull it back out again. Lob pass in to Lampros. Gets swallowed up to Kimmick. And credit the Salem defense, John. They're doing a tremendous job.
As always, John, they play excellent D.
And Glasgow just seems to be totally confused.
Well, that's what good pressure defense will do.
Wilhelmsen with the three-pointer.
It's got to help. It's got to make it.
20-10 as Avery tries to cover Brunson. He gets up over half court. The pick Waterman in the corner to Doyle. Fakes the shot to Brunson. To Doyle in the corner. The three is good.
Could really break the hat, you know, if you're Classical, because Avery played super defense on the ball. He's it over to Tommy Doyle, and he knocks home a 3.
Tukes in replacing Lopez. So it's Doyle, Canny, Waterman, Tukes, and Brunson. And as we mentioned before, the original starting 5 for Classical. 23-10 as we're just under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. And I'm sure Coach Grass is going to look at the scoreboard at halftime and say, defensively, not bad. Offensively, we need a lot of work in the second half. That's going to be the talk at halftime.
Well, they're showing good patience, John, but you see when they swing the ball, when it's open, after 1 or 2 swings, they got to take the shot instead of trying to force it inside. Well, there it comes, there it is, and that's the shot.
Brunson with the rebound.
No,
They're really not stepping. After you make the pass, they're not stepping up, looking for it. Doyle from the corner for 3.
Well, I'll tell you, he's a big weapon in that arsenal.
And I'm looking at him, John. He looks quicker than last year. He's rebounding better, and he's still shooting the threes as well. So much improved over last year. I know he worked very hard, as they all did over the summer, to get better. And Salem looking to run away and hide in this thing. Wilhelmsen says no way. And thanks to Dana, they're staying somewhat in the ballgame. He's got his third trifecta.
Right.
As you see Dana on your screen.
Right, and that's the shot that's going to be open. And until Salem comes out and plays some legitimate defense on you, you have to take the shot.
Doyle can't get the fall that time. They were doubling up Brunson. Wilhelmsen goes to the basket. Big block by Brunson. Where did he come from?
I don't know. He was screened behind his own man, and he still made the block.
Nice pass into Waterman. Turn around. Hangs there, won't go. Lampros with another rebound. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first half as now Salem goes 1-3-1 as they switch again. They've been going back from 1-3-1, 2-3, man-to-man, and it's really been causing Classical fits. Classical not getting much inside. And a little pull from outside, hence the 13-point lead by Salem. Looking to go to the basket. Big rebound by Brunson. Of course, the ideal thing, Jordan, is when he rebounds, you already got him pushing the ball out.
Yeah.
Doyle goes to the basket, lays it in! And that's something we didn't see him do last year either.
No. That's a new move in the repertoire.
No, he's really taking his game up a notch.
Don't run next time. Straight here.
28-13, 1:20 left to play in the first half. Inside to Boyd. The turnaround by Joffrey, no good. Brunson, deflected. Doyle with it. Brunson one-on-one against Kimmick. Stops. Off the glass, no good. Bounces around. Brunson with it back. The shot, no good. Rebound by Boyd. 1 minute straight up to play in the first half. It's been totally Salem dominating on both ends.
They're pulling it out for one shot, John.
Well,
47 seconds down, 15 points.
Well, I think they just want to get in the locker room and regroup.
Oh, no, they're taking it up.
Boyd, shot missed. Toops looking to push it up. Canny with the shot, good. Toops pushed it up, found Canny alone on the baseline. The 5-footer was good, and it's 30-13. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. A huge 17-point bulge for the Witches. Kimmick pulls it out. 10.
Start to play with 10. They better move.
They better get going. There's only 5 seconds left. Wilhelmsen for 3. No good. Waterman with the big rebound as the buzzer sounds. A big first half. 30-13. Doyle come off the bench, giving them 2 threes and a deuce for 8 points. Brunson with 13, and it's an easy 17-point lead for Salem. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, Lisa.
This Memorial Fieldhouse at Salem High School. John Hoffman along with John Henry. 30-13 Salem as we start the second half with Classical in possession. Kimmick, number 23. Lampros, 24. Boyd, 31. Wilhelmsen with the outside shot, hits it for 3.
And him and Nick Lampros have been the offense for Classical tonight.
Well, John, Lampros scored the first 2 baskets, and it was 4-2 Classical. And since then, they've taken Lampros completely out of the ballgame. And except for Wilhelmsen's 4 3-pointers now that he got one starting this half, that's the only offense they have. McDonald can't get it, taps it. Is that Brunson with the tap?
I couldn't tell, John, but there were 3 Salem players on the inside for that rebound.
They gave it to Brunson, so we'll give it to Brunson. That gives him 15. But Boyd McKenna from ESX was asking me if I ever saw a Classical team score 13 points and a half.
Yeah.
I told him no,
that's
but
a
I
heck of
also
a
told him I've never seen a Classical team this tentative on offense either.
Yeah, I think they're showing discipline, but when the shots are opening up, they just have to take them. There's no question I think they want to see a low-scoring game, but certainly not just by them. There's a good hustle play by Lampros.
Yeah, nice try. Trying to get something going, and he get inside. Almost would have had an easy layup, but he knocked it out of bounds.
There you're going to see the rebound where Nick takes the outside shot. Ball bounces around in there. Nick followed the shot and almost got it back.
For Salem, it's Toops 3, Canny 40, McDonald 20, Brunson 12, Doyle 33. As Toops goes to the basket. Too strong off the boards. Kimmick with the rebound. Mike has had 3 strong ball games for Classical, but in double figures. Shot from the corner, that's Avery for 3.
And that was a major league 3 right there, John. He took that from all dead in the corner.
Well, they've come out doing what they have to do. They're firing. They're getting the ball up. They hit 2 threes and cut into this lead. It's now a 13-point cushion. But that's the first points by anybody other than Lampros and Wilhelmsen.
And we were talking at the half, Dave McCarthy and myself, about how fast that first half went. No 1-and-1 either way. 16-minute. It just flew. That was probably one of the fastest halves of basketball I've seen.
Tommy Doyle on your screen, 33 for Salem. Inside to Brunson. The foul is going to be against Avery. Again, he got good position inside. He got the basketball on. The only thing he can do, but Brunson looking for 2 shots, but he's not going to get it.
That's kind of pushing it a little bit.
He's really got to.
Yeah, you just saw it there. And
he's pleading his case, but he's not going to get that. He's saying he was shooting, but the officials knew better. Toops to McDonald.
Good work, Dana. Work hard, Dana.
Pull it back out.
Mike.
Inside the kick.
You don't need help, Mike. You don't need help, Mike.
Steal. Doyle from outside for 3. Off the rim, no good. Tipped around. Brunson, Lampros, both after it. Brunson knocks out of bounds. It'll be classical basketball.
Don't need no help.
13:50 left to go in the ball game.
And that shot on the camera, John, so it shows you the big crowd here tonight at Salem. And you're talking 3 days before Christmas.
And they're lined up all around both sides. They only used the stands on one side, but they might have been able to use the stands on the other side tonight. Brunson, in traffic, gives it up to Toops.
Good job, Dana.
Doyle, cross court to Toops, steps up for 3. Buries it. He's got 6, both on 3-point shots. This is Lampros.
Nice pass.
Underneath, layup missed by Avery. Brunson leading the break. Almost throws it out of bounds. Toops saves it. And it's Toops running the offense. To Doyle.
Play it, Mike. Play it, Mike.
To Brunson. Along the baseline. Offensive foul on Rick Brunson.
Boy, you don't see that call made that often.
That's
John.
for sure.
That's his 4th foul.
12.
Here, you're going to see it again. Doyle passes it in to him. Classical player looks like he had square position.
He had pretty good position. Kimmick looking to get it inbounds. Finally gets it to Lampros out around midcourt. Looking to go to the basket as Lampros gets swallowed up. Kimmick from the foul line. Avery from outside, no good. Tipped around, Brunson loses it out.
Classical got a break there, John.
Now, Kimmick had the ball at the foul line, had a shot, and gave it up. I mean, you got to throw it up, John, especially if you're 16 down.
Yeah, I really believe it, especially if it's an open shot.
Avery can't get it to fall. The left hand is no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line.
But you can see Coach Grasser up and applauding that play. He took it to the basket. Take it and try it. How many fouls were called in the first half? Maybe a half a dozen between both teams. I mean, just not taking the ball to the basket.
That's for sure. Avery at the free throw line. Well, to look at it, John, you see Classical didn't make a free throw. Joffrey Boyd, I think, shot at least 1. I didn't keep the misses. But they only scored 13 points in the first half. Brunson had 13 in the first half. No, Salem had 4 people scoring. Classical only had 2.
Violation.
Violation, yeah. Lampros, and they lose the second shot. Yeah. So when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, you don't like to see that happen, but sometimes you anticipate a little too much.
Classical extending the defense out to full court now, trying to make something happen.
Work, Dana, work, Dana.
Toops. Inside to Brunson. The turnaround. Blocked underneath by Lampros. Brunson gets it back to Canny. Fakes once, lays it up, no good. Now it rolls, hung there, fall through. Looked like it was bouncing out. I said no good. Hung there for a second, fell through. Canny gets the hoop, and it's 37-20. Again, Classical. Lampros, long outside shot, no good. Brunson with the rebound.
Again,
that's it taken away
from the basket on offense. It must be by design.
Kimmich with the shot, no good. Tipped up, no good.
Good rebound.
Fight for the basketball, knocked out of bounds by Salem. As Tyson Whitten comes into the ball game, replacing Matt Canny. 21 for Classical is Simon Fiallo. He's a transfer from Saugus.
Joey, stay in!
Calvin Johnson also in the ball game. He's got the ball now in the corner, number 30. So it's Lampros, Avery, Fiallo, Johnson, and Wilhelmsen.
Up inside. Towards you! Help, Tommy!
Again, the 2-3 zone by Salem. The long outside shot. Three-pointer by Avery.
I think all of Classical's points, except for the 4 by Lampros, are 3-pointers. I think
The 2 baskets early by Lampros and the 1 free throw by Avery. Other than that, it's all threes.
Help!
Brunson for 3. Brunson's got 18. Calvin Johnson gets it to Wilhelmsen.
Come on, Dana!
Being swallowed up in the backcourt. Johnson ahead. Almost picked off by Toops. Because Toops was a safety in football. He used to make a lot of those.
DA, how you feel? 2 minutes? Okay.
Good anticipated, good athlete, good baseball player. Fine center fielder. Can go and get him with the best of them.
You find that most of these kids are good overall athletes.
Wilhelmsen can't get it to fall. Inside, Lampros with the rebound. That's his first basket since the first minute or 2 in the first half. And it's 40-25. Coming up on 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Doyle to Brunson. Stops, pops, no good. Wilhelmsen with the rebound. Down court looking for Johnson. Long cross court pass to Avery. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by Brunson. He must have double figures in rebounds, too. I know he's got double figures in deflections. Salem wants a timeout to talk about it. And 9:51 left to play in the ball game, 40-25. And Classical has picked up the offense a little bit, but still only with the outside shot, except for that 1 rebound by Lampros.
Well, they're definitely giving away a lot of height inside and a lot of jumping ability with Brunson in there. But, you know, they have at least shot the ball in this offense. They've scored 12 points in this half and 7.
It's kind of got all out. We're just taking one pass. We can't just be cash, taking crazy shots. We've shot bad shots the last 3 times down. If they're going to play behind, give them the ball, power up, no rebound. Okay? No rebound the ball. Joe, you can't start to turn it. As Dana was going right, you started to, the right wing, coach, right? He started inch right. No, leave him. He's going to just cross over and go by you. The thing is, you got to drop step. You got to just drop step. Okay?
It's like they're trying to keep it close till they get down the last few minutes, thinking maybe if they keep it close, they can stay in the ball game and pull it out.
Well, it's just they are giving a lot of size away, John.
Pass underneath. Brunson to McDonald. A turnaround, no good. Rebound underneath, no good by Whitten. Whitten gets it back. Blocked and knocked out of bounds by Lampros.
That was a good flurry by both teams, John. Salem attacked the offensive glass, and Classical was swarming the ball.
Toops for Salem now. It's Toops for the basketball. Whitten, Doyle, McDonald, and Brunson. Classical going man-to-man now. Toops loses it. McDonald recovers it. Doyle almost goes backcourt. Saves it at half-court. Of course, McDonald's used to going down and getting fumbles. Oh, yeah, that was nothing new for him. Toops in the paint. Around the rim, no good. Rebound by Fiallo.
They say Fiallo came from Saugus, John?
He's a transfer from Saugus, yes. Wilhelmsen to the basket, no good. Wilhelmsen gets his own rebound, knocked out of bounds.
Lampros took it real strong to the basket. He just hit it off of the back of the iron.
Lopez is in the ball game. He's number 13 for Salem, replacing Toops. And it's Brunson with the basketball. So Classical trying to get something going, pressuring all over the court. Brunson looking to go to the basket. Now it's Doyle against the freshman Johnson. Off the glass by Brunson, no good. Brunson with the rebound. Reverse layup is good. Brunson's got 20. And the lead is back up to 17, 42-25. Three-point shot, no good. Doyle kicks it out to Brunson. Stops for three, no good. Goes out of bounds. And normally you would say not a good shot, but when you get a scoring machine like Brunson, throw it up.
Yeah, and you're up 17. You know, I mean,
and most of the time you'll make that shot. So.
And interesting to note, he's played all the minutes tonight, John. No cameo appearance tonight.
Yeah, that's true. Lampros with the shot, no good. Tyson looking for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. They call it off Tyson. I keep saying off Tyson. Tyson Whitten, I should say.
Yeah, well, you're thinking of the heavyweight
not to confuse
champion,
with Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Or the former thereof.
This is Wilhelmsen. Fiello, Lampros. Back to Wilhelmsen for three. Hangs there, doesn't go. Waterman with a good aggressive rebound. Johnson steals, can't get the layup. Waterman again with the rebound.
Boy, when you're missing layups like that, you know it just isn't your night, John.
Of course, Calvin's, lots expected of Calvin. He's going to be a nice player, but he's still only a freshman as Brunson goes by everybody and lays it in. Doyle just misses the steal. Wilhelmsen pushes it up to Johnson. Cross court to Lampros. Looking Fiallo on the knee, threw it away. Avery is back in. Boyd is back in.
Here you're going to see a replay.
Toops is back in. Brunson's coming out.
To the basket, makes the layup.
Jack O'Brien must have heard you. He just took O'Brien out for a little respite. Took Brunson out, I should say. Toops looking to go against Avery. This is Lopez. Doyle. Toops. Lopez. Inside. Tyson with the turnaround. Off the rim, hangs there and falls through. Yeah, Tyson Whitten with another basket.
Yeah, and Lampros couldn't have played any better defense. That's a block.
Wilhelmsen against the pressure, lobs it up. Lampros just saves. He would have gone out of bounds. Nice play by Lampros. And the pressure really bothering Classical. Biggest lead of the ball game now, 46-25 with 6:30 to play in the ball game. Lobbed inside to Lampros. Nice play going around the defense. Takes the turnaround, hits it.
And immediately, John, Brunson gets on the bench and Classical takes the ball inside. There is a difference.
There certainly is. Lopez. This is Toops. Doyle. Inside to Whitten. Turns around. Nice move to the basket by Whitten. Faked the turnaround. Got the defensive player up in the air. Went by him for the layup. A nice move. And we're going to see Jared Howard for the first time. He's just up getting ready to report in. Calvin Johnson going to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Joffrey Boyd off the glass and in. That's Boyd's first basket. And unless Classical makes a real sprint, we may not see Mr. Brunson the rest of the ball game.
Yep, we're going to probably have to learn a few new kids' names, too.
Doyle for three. Off the rim, no good. Johnson with the rebound to Wilhelmsen. Classical now trying to push it up. Lampros for three. No good. Whitten with the big rebound. And Toops pushing it up. Nice to have somebody with the athletic ability of Joey Toops to play on the point.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, it just, you know, you look at the Salem team and you see them up here by, what, whatever.
Classical's take a timeout.
19-point lead.
Yep.
And you say, and you look at the kids and you can understand why, John. They've got some real fine athletes on that team and a great player in Rick Brunson.
Yeah, and that's what makes everybody else play that much. You win 3 straight conference championships. Jack O'Brien looks like he's going to go 97-23 at Salem, and Salem looks like they're going to have their 15 straight as they lead by 19 with 4:57 left.
Here's what we got. If we just play smart the rest of the way, okay? We're going back in all two. All two. Okay? No pressure. We do a great job at half-court defense. Great job at half-court. No turnovers. Get the ball. Hey, when you get the ball into the post in motion, Frank is wide open every trip. It's a close dribble. Oh, you can wave the guy up.
Playing with some of the kids that were here then, and they had good tradition then, and he's just molded right into it. He's just he's a great player and a great team player. And he's back in the ball game, by the way.
It certainly is. It's Brunson, Canny, Lopez, Howard, and Waterman. Waterman down low. The turnaround is good. People remember Waterman getting 12 points and about a dozen rebounds against Salem last year when he played for Peabody. He's a big addition. He takes up a lot of room underneath. He's going to be a nice player as he gets the system down. He's going to be a valuable asset, I think, for Salem as they get into tournament time, John.
Oh, no question. He's got plenty of size. He's a good athlete, and
he's only a junior.
Where do they come from, John?
That one came from Peabody.
42 white.
Although he moved back to Salem. You see Jared Howard, who hit a lot of long baseballs at Palmer's Cove for Salem. Hit a few over the fence down here. He's played some nice minutes for Salem so far in this early season. Lampros inside, going to work. The turnaround around the rim and in.
I tell you, I'm impressed with how Lampros has played tonight, John. Maybe the numbers don't bear it out, but he's worked hard down there, and he's made whatever's been there, I'll tell you that.
Well, they made him work for it. Waterman with the turnaround, no good. He's going to go to the free throw line. The thing that impresses me about Lampros is that, when you're down 19 points or so, you've only got 31 points with 3 minutes to go. And the defense has been really doing a job on you. It's easy with a big guy to say, well, I can't get the ball, I'll just sit back and watch the game. He's worked very hard on defense and offense. He must have close to double figures in rebounds, and he's working very hard, and he got 10 tough points.
No question about it. He's worked hard tonight, and he hasn't let the score frustrate him or the style of play frustrate him, which is a good sign.
Brunson with the rebound. Can't get the ball. Waterman with a big rebound, lays it in. And again, we saw Doyle come off the bench in the first half and get him 8 quick points and a couple of rebounds. Waterman does the same thing. He's got 5 points and a few boards. So they've certainly got kids who can contribute. They can go very deep. And as we mentioned, John, with the halves now, you've got to have some kids who can come off the bench. With that no break in between, you've got to have some bench strength.
And the development of that depth is now, this time of the year, when you're up by 20 points. You can let these kids play and get some game action.
There's Waterman again with a big basket.
Well, that's just good, aggressive hustle, John. And he'll get nothing but better as his confidence grows.
He's still learning the system, but he's going to get there, and he's going to be a force before the season's over.
Rebound!
No good outside. Up and in by Lampros. He's got 8 here in the second half, but 12. He's playing very well. 55-33. 2:30 left to play in the ball game.
Every time.
Brunson looking to get it inside to Waterman. Off his hands. On the floor. Stallings and Brunson going for it. It'll be the arrow pointing at Salem. They'll get the ball. The alternate possession rule. Howard will put it in play to Brunson. Covered by Avery. to Lopez for the jump shot. Off the rim, no good. Lopez can't get it. Wilhelmsen, good hustle to get the rebound ahead to Kimmich. Kimmich looking to go to the basket. It goes in, but they're not going to give it to him. They call him for traveling.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Good effort by Mike Kimmich, coast to coast. Made a nice shot. Unfortunately, it doesn't count.
What happened on both plays?
Looks like you made a great move, John.
Certainly
Maybe
did.
my eyes are getting old, but that looked pretty darn good to me.
Certainly did. Brunson, shot no good. And he's got that knack of going up in the air. He looks like the shot's going to be blocked. He pulls it away and lets you get the body.
Yeah,
And he goes to the free throw line.
He's got that suspension in the air that a lot of the great basketball players have, John.
Jason Malco is in replacing Howard. Brunson hangs there, won't go for him.
Now with 2 minutes to go in the game and Salem up by 22. A few of the people are leaving, John, but not as many as you would think.
No,
There's
that's
a lot of
right.
people kind of hanging around, seeing if there's anything exciting here.
Brunson's on the floor. They're going to stay, I think.
Yeah, I
Andres
believe that.
Peralta, 24, is in for Salem. We mentioned that Jason Malco was in, so it's Malco, Peralta, Kenny, Waterman, and Brunson.
And speaking of the crowds, anybody that doesn't believe that this is worth the $3 they charge you to get in, I just think they just don't know what it's all about. They come down here for $3 on a Friday or a Tuesday night and watch these kids play and watch somebody with the talent of Brunson play. It's just a real treat.
It's something to talk about later. Zebin Zagorowski, number 10. You see him there on your screen. He's in replacing Brunson.
He must be related to Zeke.
Zeke and Zach and a whole lot of Z's in that family.
Yeah.
We got a foul. Might be against Waterman. Clearing house, looking for the rebound.
24 push. Baseline.
Waterman is going to come out, and Jamie Campbell is coming into the ball game. Waterman gets a good hand. He played well.
Well, John, if Classical was supposedly number 2, 3, whatever in the conference, and Salem's number 1 as the preseason poll went, and they're blowing them the heck out of this building tonight, what do you think? Think anybody can give Salem a game this year? I'll put you on the spot.
Well, we got it. The only thing I can think of is Sauger's got some pretty good outside shooting guards, and we've got them next week here as Zagorowski misses the shot. And we'll surely have a true picture of the league after that, because if Saugus can't do it, then it's going to be a long year for the Northeast Conference, and it'll be a battle to see who becomes second, third, and fourth. Lampros with the big basket, still working hard.
Yeah, I haven't seen Saugus play this year, but I've seen English play. And if Mr. High comes to play, I believe Lynn English can stay with most anybody in the conference.
Well,
Whether they can beat Salem or not, I don't know.
Well, the only thing I'm looking at, John, is they packed it in tonight and took it away and almost took Lampros out of the ball game when the game was on the line. If they take High out of the ball game, I don't know if English has the outside shooting capability.
Oh, you're right.
To open up inside, and that's the only thing I would, I would look for.
No, you're right. But if they are hot that evening, and Mr. High can play.
Oh, there's no question about
impressed.
that. Schwabsky knows that. He got 43 points and 22 rebounds.
Yeah.
And Brian Bagley just said, too much High. Malco with the turnaround is good. Jason Malco. Zagorowski misses the steal. Three-point shot is no good. Tapped up and around. Ball is loose. Fialo loses it. Still loose. That was Matarajas came up with a loose basketball. It's Matarajas, Campbell, Malco, Zagorowski.
Go ahead.
I'm looking for the fifth number.
Well, make up a name.
Jason Malco.
There you go.
I knew I'd find him. 20 seconds left to play in the ball game. An easy win for Salem, 58-38. And it usually is the story with the Salem High School basketball team. The defense is the difference. Holding a Classical team that's averaging in high 50s or 60s. to 38 points is really an accomplishment. Blocking foul against Calvin Johnson, and unless they go to the foul line now, it'll be neither half did either team getting the 1-on-1.
Yeah. That is amazing. That's out of bounds on the side. And
we've never seen that.
I don't think in all the years between me playing and officiating and doing the games with you, John, I have never seen it. Not in a high school basketball game. And we may not because there's another foul.
Well, Johnson fouls, and now we're going to see if they go 1-on-1 with 8 seconds left.
No,
it's
on
not
the side.
with 8 seconds left.
If they don't foul him, we don't see the 1-on-1.
Matarazis looking for the shot. Zagorowski, the turnaround. Off the glass, no good. So Salem, with what everybody thought would be their first test after 2 blowouts, survive and a little more than survive. They sail away from Classical 58 to 38. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with a wrap-up.
Fosse's Pizza, 4 Linfield Street, Wyoma Square in Lynn.
Memorial Fieldhouse in Salem. John, I think most people thought the game was at Salem coming in. Salem had won 2 games easily. I think most people, the experts, so-called experts, thought it would probably be a Salem win, but I don't think they thought it would be 20 points.
Well, I don't know if 20 points, 30 points. The game was no contest after about 4 minutes of the ball game. You know, Salem's got a great basketball team, and for anybody in the conference to beat them this year, they're going to have to just play a superb game and catch Salem on an off night. They just have people in every position, John, and they're well coached, and they've been there before, and they don't want to give up the tradition that they've had. They're just going to be almost impossible to beat.
Well, we saw tonight how strong their bench is, and we mentioned time and time again about now that since they're playing halves right straight through, you need that bench strength, and Salem certainly has that. When you can bring in Tyson Whitten, Frank Waterman, and tonight they brought Tommy Doyle, but Juan Lopez, people like that, they've got that good speed, quickness, they've got real good size in McDonald, Canny, Waterman, Whitten. Brunson does his usual thing, but he's got a great supporting cast with him.
Oh, no question, and they just have a great team. There's a lot of real fine players on that ball club, and you know, it's just tough. You can't find a weak spot to attack as an opposing coach. You can't say, well, we're going to go out and we're going to work against this because it's a weak part of their ball game. I don't see a weak part of their ball game. They're going to be a great team, and you know, barring unforeseen circumstances or some bad luck, I don't see anybody catching them.
Well, again, it was the Salem defense that did the job. It looked like Classical was just helter-skelter in the first half when they fell 17 behind, and when you do that, you just can't play catch-up, especially at Salem. And when you know, it looked like Classical was just very, very tentative. They had some shots, didn't take them. Were making 6, 7, 8 passes, and what Salem was doing was just totally shutting down the inside, and the person of Lampros especially did a great job on him in the first half, and then the game was salted away before he could really get back into it.
Yeah, no question. I think Classical's method was to have a slow-paced, low-scoring ball game, and that's fine if you can keep the other team from not scoring many points. But all of a sudden, you know, Salem put on a spurt there and just, you know, put the game away early.
No question. Looking at the scoring going along, Nick Lampros, 14 for Classical. Wilhelmsen had 12. Avery had 10, but that was just about it. They only got one other basket from Joffrey Boyd. Brunson led Salem with 23, but they had 3, 4, 5, 7 other scorers. Tommy Doyle was immense, chipping in with 8. Waterman come in and got 7 in the second half. And a big 58-38 win for Classical. We want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, a very Happy New Year, and especially to our 2 friends who are a little under the weather, Glenn O'Brien again and Gene Dooley. Get well soon and get back. We miss you, and the sports world misses you as well. John, it's been great working with you.
Yep.
I can't say next year because we'll be back before then. We hope you enjoyed the ball game from Salem. I'm John Hoffman with John Henry. 58-38 the final score again. Good night from TV3 Sports.